Sorry to AJ of DNVR, who is here in the chat. The Coyotes did not defeat the Dallas Stars for the second time in a week. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the PHNX Coyotes Postgame Show. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Leave us a 5-star review. I'm Leah here with Petey. We got Danielle behind the Mac. By the way, photo on the thumbnail, the intro, courtesy of our own Danielle. So we'll hear more about that
and her
at the end of the show. Yes.
To Mullett.
But Petey, your thoughts on this one?
I feel for AJ and Rudo and all the fans of the Colorado Avalanche. However, if you're pinning your hopes of any kind of first place in the Central and the Arizona Coyotes, buddy, dig deep, AJ. Sorry. You know what? There were moments in this game I thought the Coyotes played really well. And it's kind of what we said the last time they played the Stars. And you go back and look at this game, it's a team that does it to themselves. And you have to play perfect hockey for the Arizona Coyotes to beat the Dallas Stars. So here's two things. They give an empty net goal. So basically it's a 3-2 game. All three of the goals by the Dallas Stars, all three, were on the stick of an Arizona Coyotes just prior to the goal. Nick Schmaltz, Connor Ingram gives up the winner, and Dylan Guenther gives up the one in the middle. 3 times they have the puck, create a turnover, give up a goal. You can't turn the puck over. And if you were lucky enough to see the live Petey's Puck Talk at Four Peaks, you would have seen that as the first thing we talked about. Can't turn over the puck and do it to themselves. So that's unfortunate. They had a chance to get back in the game, though. And AJ talked about the 5-on-3. It's the little things. And the Coyotes need to play perfect to beat the Stars, and they just didn't do that tonight.
Yeah, but I will say one of the things that you said at Four Peaks too, got to get out of the first period tied or better. They did that.
They did that.
And all I said at Four Peaks was, I just want it to be a close competitive game. And I would say that for the most part, it was that. I mean, it was 2-1 Stars for a while. Yep. It was 2-2. Obviously, Dallas is the better team and it showed, but it wasn't the worst game we've seen this team play of all time. No. It wasn't their best, but it wasn't their worst.
No, and a lot of things were going right for this team. And that's not what you said at Four Peaks. You said, I'll have another peach. That's what you said at Four Peaks, buddy. You did like your peach. But they skated well. One of the things they did tonight that was kind of their hallmark at the Mullett Arena last season was their ability to get in on the forecheck. And I know when we listen to Tyson Nash and it's all about the forecheck, sometimes it is. And for this Coyotes team, they are not successful at getting the puck up the ice through the neutral zone. They can't get rush chances. They weren't able to penetrate Dallas through the middle of the ice. So you have to dump the puck and go get it. And I thought they did an extremely good job at dumping the puck and getting on the forecheck, creating turnovers and getting pucks to the net. I think that was the difference for them offensively. The problem when they got to the power plays and you had all this room, but they just didn't know what to do, I guess. Like there was no forecheck pressure, and I guess they panicked. I didn't think the power play for a 1 minute 5-on-3. I think that's the difference.
And that's what. So Charles said, anytime you can't capitalize on a 5-on-3 for over a minute, you're asking for trouble. And AJ said, real lack of urgency on the 5-on-3. I felt it in my soul, and it's so true because that 5-on-3 comes in at that point. It's a tie game. Like the Coyotes, it was completely in their hands to have the momentum. And I always say, if a team kills off a 5-on-3, that's the momentum in their direction, and that's exactly what happened. And we saw the effects of that, and the Coyotes just couldn't do it. I was the person yelling shoot. Everyone in the Discord kept saying they're just getting too cute with it. Like there just wasn't. AJ was right. There just wasn't that urgency.
Urgency is the right word.
Yeah,
because I think let's face it, if you're the New York Rangers or the Tampa Bay Lightning or Boston or Colorado, one of these teams that has an exceptional power play, that you have 5 scoring threats every time you have the man advantage. You can take your time because you know you're going to score. The Edmonton Oilers, a 5-on-3. The Edmonton Oilers are going to score. They know they're going to score. You know they're going to score. Everybody knows they're going to score. So you can take your time and look for the perfect play so Draisaitl gets the backdoor tap in. I get it. The Arizona Coyotes aren't that. They don't have that power play, and their inability to one, move the puck. I didn't see the quick puck movement or the body movement. One thing on a 5-on-3 you have to do is you have to create space. You create space by movement. We always talk about movement creates space. They just stood still and casually moved the puck around. I agree. I was really disappointed in their lack of urgency and their lack of getting pucks to the net. And when all else fails, when your power play is struggling, get the puck back to the top and fire it, and everybody converge for the rebound. It would have been more successful. So you are frustrated to see that, because at that point it's a 3-2 game, and you're right back in it. So it is a little disheartening on the power play with the 5-on-3 for that long. And I think you're going to look back at that's clearly the momentum changer of this game. It's a game that this team could have taken to overtime.
Yeah, it's so true. And I'm sure some people in the building would have liked to see that.
You know.
If you know, you know. All right, well, let's take a look at the numbers in this one, presented by Desert Financial Credit Union, Arizona's #1 credit union, named by Forbes. Shots on goal, 35 for Dallas, 28 for the Coyotes. Both teams were 0 for 4 on the power play. Block shots, the Coyotes had 20, the Stars had 12. And how's this for a little nugget? The Coyotes had 11 blocked shots in the first period, matching their most in any first period this season.
It's amazing. One of the things that, and this is
and shot attempts, 78 for Dallas, 57.
So you see all the shot attempts. One of the things, the block shots, it's nice to block shots, and you want to be a team that blocks shots, but you don't want to lead in block shots, because if you're blocking shots, you don't have the puck.
Yeah.
That means you're giving up a lot of shots, and that conveyed in those numbers. When you see all the shot attempts, it's great they're getting in the lanes, and it's great that they're blocking these shots. It's just when they have games like this, when you're competing against one of the best teams in the league and a team that's challenging for the President's Trophy, and you're that close, that's where it gets frustrating. Because I think, hey, Dallas Stars play their A game, they'll beat in the Coyotes every night. Like, if they both play their best, Dallas is the better team. But you had an opportunity to win this game, and you gave it away on turnovers and lack of ability to score on the power play. So it's frustrating. But having said that, skated well. You were able to hang into a game. We were talking, these games could be ugly. Coming in the last 12, they competed. They kept it close. I thought some of the young players looked good again. I thought Cooley and Gunther had some chemistry. Gunther had that turnover late in the second that I think cost them, with a goal. But there were some good things. And another guy I'm really liking his game of late is Michael Kesselring. I think that he's going to be a really good player, and he's showing little signs, and he's got a long way to go to improve on his defensive reads and how he covers in front of the net. But I like the way he jumps into the play. I like the way he moves the puck up the ice offensively. I think he's been a real bright spot. So the young guys that you want to get to be better because of the rebuild, I think are doing that. Yeah. So there's some real positive signs here today.
A few things on the young guys. One, there was a play where the Stars got the puck and started, quickly entering the Coyote zone or through the neutral zone. And Kesselring, quickly turned around and he got back really fast, which he's a really big guy. So, sometimes you don't know what to expect from a guy like that in terms of speed. He got back. That was something I noticed. And then another thing that we noticed, Craig actually pointed out on the press row, was in the first period, Dylan Gunther was like battling for the puck, protecting the puck with his body. And that's something that when he first stepped into the league, I think he's such a slender, slight guy that you're thinking, oh my God, he doesn't have the strength to do that. And one of the things that we've seen since he's bided his time in the AHL is a little bit more strength from him. And it was cool to see him protect pucks.
And that's going to continue to get better the more he's in the game. The way, this summer is going to be a big summer for him to be able to work on this strength. Again, we're not sitting here complaining, throwing in the towel. Oh, good. It's the Dallas Stars. There's 11 games left. They showed compete. I thought they did a lot of good things well. We haven't talked about Cameron Crotty in his first NHL game.
Yeah, congrats to him.
Crotty. And Cam Crotty moved the puck well. We always say this on a guy playing his first game in the NHL. Don't overvalue it. Don't read too much into how he played. He comes out of the night -1, played 10 minutes, moved the puck well out of the defensive zone. He was okay. He didn't look out of place. So good on him getting his experience there. And we'll see if Josh Brown is day to day or if he's back in the lineup.
So
he may be back by the next game. So we'll see. So congrats and hats off to Cam Crotty.
Yeah, great chance for him. 2 Coyotes goals tonight. Your boy, Nick Bjugstad.
Buddy.
He was due tonight, by the way. He had some really good chances in this game.
I will say, if you got to see the tilts today, only one player, Logan Stankoven, the young rookie out of the Dallas Stars, they both led their teams with 6 shots on goal. Nick Bjugstad had 6 shots on goal tonight. He was all around it. I thought he looked great again today, and I haven't loved that line. The Cooley, or not Cooley, sorry, Keller, Schmaltz, Bjugstad. I want Bjugstad back with Kraus and Michelli.
I know,
but he's making that line. He does what he's supposed to do. He gets the puck to them, and then he gets to the net, and that's how he scored the goal. Give those two guys the puck and go to the net.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Nick Bjugstad.
Yeah.
Bjugstad. What do we say?
Bjugstad.
Bjugstad.
His 18th of the season, his 40th point as well. So
wow, good for him.
Yeah,
he's having a really good year.
When he scored, we said, "Oh, he was really due in this one."
Yep, he is having a really good year.
Yep. But starting things off was Clayton Keller, who scored his 30th goal of the season. It's his second straight 30-goal season. He's now on a 5-game point streak, which is a career-long. Sorry, a 5-game goal streak, which is a career-long goal streak for him. And because of all of those things, Clayton Keller has that desert dog in him. 30 goals is extremely impressive in the National Hockey League, and Clayton Keller has done it for the second straight season. So he is tonight's desert dog.
Well, and it's funny, that goal from the angle we were at, because we were at Mullett for the beginning of that, and that goal, he was almost on the goal line. Like, I wasn't sure that went in. That was an unbelievable shot that he's able to get off a rebound from Ottinger, kicks out to Keller, and he's on the goal line, and it just the smallest of margins for him to be able to put that puck in. It's a great goal. We need Clayton Keller to get hot here this last 11 games. This team needs some offense, and they're going to need Clayton Keller to step up and continue to get on this hot streak with 11 to go.
Absolutely. Well, still lots to talk about. We want to talk all about our event today with our amazing PHNX Coyotes Diehards. But before we do that, if you missed out, it was so fun. Thanks again to Four Peaks for joining us. We saw a lot of our merch courtesy of PHNXlocker.com. Always great to see at Four Peaks and in the arena, of course. And if you want to get 20% off merch, or a free shirt or hat when you sign up, or access to the Diehard only content, or access to the Discord, or 20% off on events, become a diehard today. So many great perks to becoming a diehard. You also get your physical diehard card. And there is really something to being a diehard. It just makes the community feel so special. Yeah. And, you know, we have a lot of great things to say about our events today. So can't wait to talk about that. Yes. But become a diehard today. Go phnx.com/diehard. I promise you it'll be worth it. And we want you to be part of the community because we are always trying to add value for people. And one of the ways we're trying to do that is by helping out with saving on flooring. Flooring is a huge undertaking.
Buddy, change your house. Flooring.
My mom just did it. Yep. Changed her house.
Changed the house.
She had the best experience with Empire today. Like, not only were they extremely particular and they made sure it was done right. Their customer service was A+.
And they fit every budget range from Leah to Craig.
I don't think he's paying attention.
I tried.
He's in the green room. Anywho, Empire today, they want to help you save on your floor. They want to help it make it easy for you to shop at home in the comfort of your own home. So check out Empire today.
And then, is that it?
No. Empire today?
Yeah, you didn't?
Okay. Anywho, and right now you can schedule a free in-home estimate. All listeners can receive a $350 off discount when they use the promo code PHNX. Restrictions apply. See empiretoday.com/PHNX for details.
And then go and get lottery tickets. That should be just that.
I mean, if you win the lottery, you can really go crazy on your flooring too.
And so go play. If you haven't yet, I don't know why, because we talk about it every show. Play the Arizona Lottery and play their new promotion called Arizona Adventure. 3 ways to win and play. If you don't know them by now, you're not paying attention. 1, buy the tickets. They're damn good looking. They've got different, what do they call them? Landscapes. Arizona landscapes on them. They're beautiful scratchers. Get the scratchers. 2, go to the geolocations. Couldn't be easier. We just drove by. What did we drive by? Hole in the Rock. Papago Park. Just drove by there. All you got to do is go there. Don't have to buy anything.
You just check
in. Go there, check in. Check in on your phone. Check in. I'm here. And you're entered to win at the Arizona Lottery. And the third way you can win is take your tickets, enter them online for a chance to be a part of $1 million in cash and Arizona travel prizes. The Arizona Lottery is not just about playing games and winning prizes. It's also about giving back to the state and its communities. Visit azadventure.com for more information on how you can take an adventure for a chance to win $1 million in cash and Arizona travel prizes.
All right, well, it's time to bring in Craig, and we have some breaking news. Let's bring in Craig.
Hey, I'm too small again.
Craig, what's the news?
That's my Peter Dinklage impersonation right there.
If you know, you know.
All right, guys. GM Bill Armstrong just told me that Josh Doan has been recalled from the Tucson Roadrunners.
What?
So the news you have all been waiting for: Josh Doan will make his debut probably in the next game, I guess. So
Wow.
we'll find out more. But
That's a breaking news alert. Do we have a breaking news alert tone, Danielle?
I feel like we can do the same, arena breaking news.
I think that could be a breaking news alert.
I think so too.
Craig Morgan, breaking news at PHNX. We're waiting. We're trying. I know she's looking for it. Oh.
DJ air horns.
All right, I found it, guys. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, no.
Okay, let's try one more time.
One more time.
Craig, what's the news? There it is. Josh Doan has been recalled per Craig Morgan at PHNX Sports.
Yeah, that's exciting, right?
It is exciting.
Yeah, right. Coming off a loss, people need something positive to think about.
That's
well, there
awesome.
it is right there. Yeah. Josh Doan going to make his debut. Listen, I don't know that this stay is going to last long because Tucson's in a big playoff push right now, so they're going to need Josh Doan, but it's really cool that he's going to get an opportunity. You know, the other thing that this does is it gets it out of the way so you can, that story is going to be a big deal when he obviously steps onto the ice for the first time. Get it out of the way late this season, then next season he can just focus on trying to make this club on a permanent basis.
Yeah, it is funny because we have apparently, Craig, we have a lot of non-Arizona fans listening right now. Who is Josh Doan? He is Coyote legend Shane Doan, longtime captain, his son.
It is his son, and he's a second-round draft pick of the Coyotes, and he's having a really good season in Tucson so far. 46 points in 62 games, 26 goals, 20 assists. Tucson had a tough loss today, but they're off here for a few days. The AHL schedule is a little bit different because they mostly just play on the weekends. So it gives Josh Doan a couple days up with the Coyotes to get his feet wet in the NHL and maybe just the spark this team needs. There's nothing more exciting than making your NHL debut, and especially as a Arizona Coyote when the name Doan is on your sweater. So
it's unbelievable.
We might have to.
I'm gonna have to go again. Yeah,
wow. We've been telling you for a while on this show that he was going to get recalled, and he has certainly earned it with what he's done down there.
Yeah.
Petey, you and I have talked about this before. Josh being a late bloomer, the kid who was smaller, so learned to play a skilled game when he was younger, and then grew into the Doan body. So almost a combination of two things. It's nice to see, but he is really. I think the thing that surprised me about Josh, even though I know he's a late bloomer, is. When he got to ASU, I thought, gosh, does he need another year here after that second year? Then he steps into the AHL, plays pretty well in that short stint that he had at the end of the season. Then he's really taken off this year. Coming to the pro game from the NCAA game is really hard. It's a big adjustment, but he's been a really good player there. The other side, and this should not come as a surprise, I guess, because of the genetics here, he's already a leader on that team. He's so young, but he's just so well respected. And when you talk to him, sometimes you're just like, oh my God, you're just like your dad. It's crazy sometimes talking to this kid. So this is going to be a fun story to cover.
Yeah, and Craig, we've said this too. You brought up a great point, and I'm the first to admit it that I've said this about Josh Doan. He needs more time. Needs to play in college longer. Not sure if he's ever going to be an everyday player in the NHL. I said it, and he gets the American League. I go, what? Maybe a bottom six forward in the American League. Whoops. And then you remember who he is, where he came from, what his pedigree is, and what kind of person he is, and how hard he works at what he does. And he has just broken down every door that people said you can't go through. He just knocks it over. I'm so proud of the kid. And he's a guy that, just like his dad, he's a guy you root for. Like he smiles at the rink every day. He didn't complain at being down in Tucson. This is great. He's happy. You root for him. I'm so happy he's getting this opportunity. And that does mean that Leah and I have to go back to the Mullett.
I think it does.
Yeah. We're going to have to get him a better backdrop when he comes on the show, though, Petey, because you can't do it in front of an open closet door anymore with Mag Zuber pounding on the door.
But at least he has proper video that is connected.
Yeah, that's
better
true.
than Keller.
That's
Keller didn't turn the lights on.
Better than Shane when he was on our show.
Well, Shane showed up half hour late. At least he shows up kind of on time. So anyway, that's great news, Craig. That's great.
Yeah.
That may just make our whole show now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Great.
Well, what else do you want to talk about, Craig?
I don't know. What did I put on the budget? I can't even remember.
How about those
now.
hurt guys?
Yeah, you Hayton and
Boyd.
Yeah, well, that's not such great news.
What?
I think that it's not definitive, but it sounds like both Barrett, Hayton, and Travis Boyd are not coming back now. I don't think they'll be back this season. So, yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Dude. Barrett Hayton is just he doesn't have any luck. That kid doesn't have any luck.
Oh my God, that is really disappointing.
Yeah. So they're gonna have to make do with the guys that they have. It is what it is. And listen, at least we're not talking about a playoff push or something like that. But you just wonder if luck is ever going to turn for Barrett Hayton.
Oh, he's a guy that struggled with injuries since he's been a Coyote. I will say last year, 22-23, he did play all 82. And you saw the opportunity in what he did in the second half of the season to not just elevate his game, but also elevate Keller and Schmaltz. He made them better. And one of the reasons Clayton Keller gets to tie the point record as an Arizona Coyote along with Keith Tkachuk is because of Barrett Hayton and what Barrett Hayton was able to do, not just getting him the puck, but able to get to front of the net. And I think it's definitely hurt the offense production of this team. And I just feel bad for the kid. Yeah. Like, good grief, it's just year after year after year of something happening. We thought we'd see him weeks ago. Yeah. And now I hear that he might not be back. That's too bad. That's really too bad.
Yeah, huge bummer.
Sorry. Good and bad news. You should ask me for the bad news first.
Yeah, you're right. But it was breaking, so we had to get to it.
It was breaking. Yeah.
We had to get to it. You want to talk about the RFAs as well, Craig?
This is going to be a real interesting topic. As somebody brought it up in the Discord, like, what do you do with Sean Durzi right now in terms of a contract with the way I think he's kind of struggled over the second half of this season? There are a lot of RFAs on this roster right now, and a lot of RFAs with arbitration rights. We've seen some difficulty with the Coyotes in arbitration in the past, with Jack McBain, with Lawson Krause. I wonder what this offseason looks like with, I think it's like 5 key guys that are RFAs with arbitration rights. This is going to be a wild offseason for the Coyotes, and we know they have a lot of money coming off the books, so they're going to have to spend some money in free agency this year. This is going to be a really interesting offseason for the Coyotes, not to mention the elephant in the room, the arena.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that really predicates a lot of this stuff, Craig. I do think the arena is part of when you talk about RFA and UFA and what they're going to do for the future. I do think the arena plays into that. And once that domino falls, hopefully in the middle of June, well, now you can start to look toward the future and how you start to put this team together. And I think this is a team that has no defenseman signed for next season. And at some point, you're going to need to sign one. And Sean Durzi is a great example that I think when we were watching Sean Durzi by the end of November or into December, when this team's in a playoff spot, we're saying, good grief, sign Sean Durzi and sign him for 6 years and give him the max. I don't know. I mean, I do believe you got to sign him. I really like Sean Durzi, and I think this is not an insult to Sean Durzi. Sean Durzi would be better off if he was a 2-3, a 3-4 in your second pair in the lineup, playing fewer minutes in a different situation. I think he'd succeed more. I think the problem with where he is here, and this isn't just Sean Durzi, there's so many players that have to play up in the lineup that you don't see their best fit or where they really are in this lineup. So I think Sean Durzi is imperative you get him locked up, but I do worry about what it's going to cost you to do that. And with the arena coming, Craig, they're not playing in the new arena next season. Turns out
no, they're not
going to be ready. So again, it's going to be a really difficult job for Bill Armstrong managing that timeline of the new building when you're supposed to going to have more revenue and ability to spend more money, and you're done with the rebuild and you're ready to win. But you got to get there. So between now and then, it's going to be a difficult challenge for Bill Armstrong.
No doubt.
Yeah, that's definitely something we're going to talk more about, especially as we start to get into the off season. But there was a lot of discussion in our Discord tonight about Sean Durzi, and it should be very, very interesting. Brian said Sean Durzi needs a walking and talking. Anyone needs a walking and talking.
Oh, there you go.
Are they going to practice ever? Are they practicing tomorrow? Do we know yet?
Well, I haven't checked my email yet, but allegedly we're going to get a bare necessity soon, so we'll see how that goes.
And I know people are talking about walking and talking. We can only do it on practice days. They don't want to walk and talk on a game day because God knows I get inside their heads, and then they can't play 8 hours later. That was a joke, by the way, because I think they can. I literally walk with them to their cars.
See,
not a big
AJ,
deal.
He's explaining a joke.
Yeah,
AJ gave me shit earlier.
I know, I saw that. AJ's paying attention though, but I hope we get to do one this week. And Dersey was right on the top of the list. Dersey, Kerfoot, anybody. I want to talk to anybody. Okay, done. I'm done pandering.
Oh man, Craig, speaking of Josh Doan getting recalled, by the way, you had an article earlier today on the Tucson Roadrunners roster at gophnx.com. Highly recommend everyone go check that out. But did you want to highlight anything from that, Craig?
I think people know that Gunther and Kesselring will be down there, and Petey, did some sleuthing and found out that Connor Geekie is eligible. There's a chance Connor Geekie could be there depending on what happens in their postseason. Those would be the three guys that could be added to bolster their ranks. I think that's really important because when you look at what Tucson struggles to score goals, right? That team plays so hard. That team, just like the Coyotes, has a very low payroll compared to other AHL teams, but they're doing wonders down there. So it's going to be really cool to see those guys infused into the lineup and see what they can add to it. But then I went a step further and I looked at all the guys that might be added next year. It's a long list of possibilities, and people were asking me about even more guys. At some point, you run out of roster spots. You're going to have some guys that are still there, so you can't just keep bringing in all your prospects. There are a lot of intriguing names that are going to be in that roster, on that roster. Again, as we keep saying, just a short trip down the I-10 away. The future is getting close.
Yeah, and we're going to be there at some point.
We are.
That's what I've been told.
Last Roadrunners game of the season, April 20th.
It's Fan Appreciation
Pencil
Day.
it on your calendar.
Diehard Bill told me that today. It is their Fan Appreciation Day. So if you want to go get tickets, you can get them now or wait because there'll probably be a way we can get tickets, right? We usually do.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. But we're going April 20th. Go to Tucson.
Yes, and hopefully we will do a meetup before the game, which I think would be a lot of fun. And we did that today, and man, oh man, was that a good time. Four Peaks really knows how to host an event.
They do.
We had a taco bar. The drinks were flowing. We had our own private area. And thank you so much to everybody who came out. It was so much fun. We did a live PD's Puck Talk, got to chat with everyone. It's always so great to see familiar faces and meet a lot of new people. That's always the best part for me, is meeting people we've never met before or people from out of town. It was a really great time.
Yeah, we keep saying it, but this community is unbelievable. The Coyotes community is unbelievable. I'm just gonna go out there and say it might be the best one at PHNX. I might get some shade for this, but it's a great community. And by the way, the projection on the brick wall, I kind of liked it. I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and except I couldn't get the PD's Puck Talk to work on it.
That's okay.
Well, this is another story for another day. And AJ made a good point about Tucson. It's 420. So sponsored by OGs, by the way. The 420, the takeover. You're right. The takeover today at Four Peaks. And I tell you what, this is exactly one of the things that when Craig came over and he pulled me along with him, this is one of the things we talked about PHNX being. It came to fruition today. And we were there. The first night we did a meetup in front of the arena in Glendale. And I'm like, what are we doing? We're having a meetup.
Lou was there.
They're like three people.
Was there.
So Lou and Dale were there. And they were there. Well, Dale missed the meetup, but we saw Dale at the rink. They were there again tonight. So it's 3 years, and we start to know names and faces. People know each other. They're friends. And it's a really good time. Thanks, Four Peaks, for having us there. As always, phenomenal. And I did get chicken tendies again.
Yep.
Me too.
So the meetup was great. Thanks, everybody. And do we have are we going to show a picture of that?
So then at the rink, we met up with everybody. If you're listening, we're showing a photo of all the Coyotes fans who were part of the event, or ones we know who just stopped by. Really cool to see how this community keeps growing. And this is only a fraction of the people because not everyone can make it to the game today. There's obviously so many of you who don't even live in Arizona. But
and Emily made it. Emily made it. Kelly's daughter Emily made it. So we met all of Kelly's family now.
We've met the
Molly
entire Herman family.
Molly couldn't be there today. Molly was disappointed, so it was Emily's turn. The best for last. Sorry, Molly.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
People from as far away as the Maritimes. How about that? That's pretty awesome.
Ethan from New Brunswick, St. John's. Do you know how far away that is?
Far.
Tegan, they're here basically on their honeymoon, and they're going to be spending a bunch of days in the valley. They're going to go to Sedona. They're going to go to Tucson, and they're finishing it in Vegas.
Oh, good grief. Good grief.
Nice.
It's funny. It's funny because Ethan, he said, we've been married for 2 years and we're having a honeymoon. And I said, buddy.
No, he said not as long as, overdue, but not as long as Petey.
And I'm
That's
like,
what he
buddy,
said.
14 years and she's still waiting for hers.
That's good stuff.
Sorry, Ethan, we're not going to New Brunswick for ours when the time does come. But thanks, everybody, again. Thanks for everybody that made it there. Christina, she's just in the chat. She was there. So thanks, everybody that made it.
Oh, man. All right. Anything else, Craig, before we let you get out of here?
No, I just want to remind suite holders at Mullett Arena, when you leave your suite, clean up your damn trash. What is it with people not cleaning up their trash?
Are
Clean
you
up your
popping in the
trash.
suite now?
I'm in a suite right now, and it's amazing how much trash people leave behind them. Clean up your own trash. Come on. It's not that hard. What are you, a child? Clean up your trash. All right, I'm out of here.
Mic drop. Clean up your trash. Goodbye, Craig. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you guys.
Oh, man. Good stuff from Craig. Man, what an atmosphere at Mullett tonight. There was a large cohort of people that were cheering for the over. They really wanted the over to hit.
They did.
They got real close, one goal away, and it didn't hit. That is one of the bummers of betting. But Petey, Tyler Seguin, anytime
goal scorer.
That was one
you don't have to bet. You don't have to bet against your team, and you don't have to feel guilty for picking Tyler Seguin to get a goal.
No, you don't, because sometimes with 11 games to go, the Coyotes are pretty much out of a playoff spot. We can't, until they're mathematically eliminated, we can't say it with certainty, but there's plenty to bet on over at BetMGM, including all of the March Madness games. You've been betting the heck out of the March Madness games.
Yeah, March Madness. And I when it comes to March Madness, I don't know anything about basketball, but I'm doing quite well. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm picking team colors, best uniforms. I don't know what it is. And I tell you what, I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm Rain Man when it comes to this stuff, but when I'm picking anytime goal scores,
money.
I have been. I'm not making that up.
You might have to start giving out picks.
It's
in Discord.
crazy. Like, and I don't pick like McDavid and Draisaitl.
Yeah.
I go deeper. I know Sagan's kind of, but I go deeper, and I don't know what it's been. I've been just an absolute heater, and it puts you on the edge of your seat, because even if you're at the BetMGM Sportsbook app and you bet on a team to win, they could be down 5-1 and it's over. You bet anytime goal scorer. Until that buzzer goes, you have a chance, and you're at the edge of your seat.
It's so true. That's why I love betting. And I also have a BetMGM parlay pick for you all. This one is courtesy of Shane, and he calls this one the Lil Sweetie.
Okay.
And it's March Madness. So we have the under in the Clemson, Arizona game, under 151.5 points. We have the Creighton money line and Gonzaga plus 4.5 against Purdue. All those parlayed together for odds of plus 738. So that's always fun. Shane's been on a heater with his March Madness pick, so make sure you tune in to PHNX Bets Daily at 11:45 every day to get those. But if you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, make sure you use the bonus code PHNX when you do place your first BetMGM Sportsbook wager through the BetMGM Sportsbook mobile app for at least $10, and you'll receive up to $1,500 in bonus bets if the bet loses. Check out the show notes for full details, and now listen to Shane talk about the disclaimer.
Bonus bets expire in 7 days. One new customer offer only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus only. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico. First bet offer for new customers only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. See BetMGM.com for terms. U.S. promotional offers not available in New York, Nevada, North Carolina, Ontario, or Puerto Rico.
And then after that, where do you got to go, Leah? You got to go to Gila River Resorts and Casinos, because, as we all know, no one does it better. We've talked a lot about their state-of-the-art gaming floor. They've got slot machines, blackjack tables, live table games, and the largest casino sportsbook in the state of Arizona, with humongous TVs, by the way. But I'm gonna digress. If you live in the Valley and you want live entertainment and you just don't know where to go for concerts, I'm telling you, and this is their lineup. I'm not making this up. You can go to play@gila.com and check out the entertainment coming, because here's their lineup. Ice Cube is coming. Okay, Ice Cube, you know,
Final Four weekend, he's coming.
Dwight Yoakam, Wiz Khalifa, Clint Black, and then we get to more of my speed. You ready?
Yeah.
38 Special is coming in May. Can't wait for 38 Special. Guess what? Then Ludacris, I know one of Danielle's favorites, Ludacris is coming. And then Rick Springfield. If you weren't into Rick Springfield in the 80s and sit in front of a mirror and cry to Jesse's Girl, then you weren't a lonely boy on a Friday night in the 80s. They are all going to be at Gila River in their theater at Gila, at their stage, 75 feet from every seat to the stage. No farther. Intimate. Check it out. Go there on staycations. It's the perfect time to go to Gila River Resorts and Casinos. All you have to do is go to Gila River Resorts and Casinos, visit play@gila.com for more details. Make sure you check it out.
Danielle, are you a Ludacris fan?
I mean, yeah, but I've never talked about it, and it's also, he's not really somebody I listen to
That was a hilarious. Like you just called your shot there.
I did.
I did go to high school. I graduated in 2010, so like that is sort of my
high school with Ludacris.
That would have been insane.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of hard to go to high school in that era and not listen to Ludacris.
True.
Like AJ, if you like, Rick Springfield's the man. The American Girl, go check it out. I made it through high school listening to that. That's true. American. It's an album cut, deep cut.
Well,
okay, what are we doing now?
The good news about this loss is not just that the Coyotes lost. It's that some other teams were really performing. So I think it's time to take a look at the upside down standings because the Coyotes have made some ground here with this loss tonight because here we go. It's time. Upside down standings time. This gets me so hyped every time. Ottawa Senators win their game today, jump over the Coyotes 1 point, and let's take a look. With 5 minutes and 43 seconds to go, the Montreal Canadiens are leading the Kraken 5-1. I think we can call that.
Buddy, they are going to leapfrog
the Coyotes, which means the Coyotes are going to be in 5th worst at the end of tonight, which is exactly where we want them to be.
Wow.
Columbus is coming into town this week. That's going to be a huge game with huge tank implications.
Big tilt on Tuesday.
And I think with that in mind, we should do a tankathon.
Is it time for a tankathon?
I think it's time for a tankathon.
And so as AJ's not happy with the outcome of today's game, I have to say for the Coyotes fans, competitive game, kept a close empty net goal, so you were in it, and you just got leapfrogged by the Montreal Canadiens, Ottawa Senators yesterday, or that was today too.
Today.
Buddy, big day. Fifth. We got one to go.
Yep.
You just got to catch Columbus. You just got to catch Columbus. So here we go.
We're not going to have the Montreal win in yet, so we'll just keep that in mind. Whoa! We'll just keep that in mind when we run the simulation. So Danielle, whenever you're ready, we will run our tankathon simulation. All right. What do we got? Coyotes drop 2 to 7th.
Boo. That's okay.
Not our best.
It's not our best. There's a lot of hockey left. There's 11 games left. The tankathon will continue till the end of the season here at PHNX. So make sure you tune in to Tankathon TV.
How about the Blackhawks fans in the chat? Chicago dropped to 4th. Curious how everyone feels about that.
Chicago was 4th?
Yeah, in that one. They were 4th.
That'd be bad for them. But
Buffalo,
we all know
Buffalo won. It was Buffalo, San Jose, New York Islanders,
Chicago's winning.
Anaheim, Columbus, Arizona.
Yeah.
Wild.
He's not wrong. AJ's not wrong. If any, like the Coyotes could finish dead last by 30 points and still lose the ping pong balls.
Absolutely.
That's the vibe we're getting here at PHNX Sports right now, is we're competing for the ping pong balls yet again. The 3rd season of PHNX.
This is all we know.
And this is all we know.
This is all we know.
We don't know the World Series. Don't know. Don't know what that's like. We had a team. There was the World Series. Not us. No.
Mark got Coyotes number 1. So
Ping
we'll
pong.
go with Mark's role. Oh,
the Rising.
Goodness.
They won. No big deal.
All right, well, let's take a look at the Coyotes' upcoming schedule. Columbus coming to town. Huge, because right now Columbus is 5 points behind Arizona, so that could be big. We'll see. Then the Nashville Predators are coming into town. Jason Zucker makes his return to Mullett. Then the Rangers come to town. I don't know if you've heard, but they're pretty good. And then the homestand continues. The Vancouver Canucks, Rick Tocchet, Connor Garland, they're back in Arizona. And then it's the defending Stanley Cup champs, the Vegas Golden Knights. So
this schedule is
tough road ahead.
Unbelievable. It's an unbelievable challenging schedule. When you look at what the Nashville Predators have put together since missing the U2 concert, and what they've been able to do is absolutely astonishing for what they're doing. The New York Rangers, they're within 1 point. What did I say? 8 teams within 1 point of the President's Trophy?
Unbelievable.
This late in the year to have that kind of a competition, it is. I don't recall there being more than 2 teams ever even being close to the Presidents. There's 8. Like, are you out of your mind? Unbelievable hockey season. So that's exciting. They're going to come in and kick the Coyotes' ass on Saturday. Is it Saturday?
The
Sunday?
Rangers?
Yeah. Well, they're going to win. And then when we talked about the Coyotes losing games, this was it. Like, we looked at the schedule, and I know they got to win in their last home game, and you go, oh, they can't win anymore. Buddy, they're going to lose plenty of hockey games. Like, there's some really good teams coming in that really need to get these points. Even Dallas tonight, they needed to get these points. That Central Division champion. If you do not win, AJ, if you do not win the Central Division, oh boy, Because you're looking at Winnipeg, Dallas, and Colorado, and the loser of the team that does not get first has to play the other one. That's a tough first round matchup. There's some really good matchups. Can't wait for playoffs. Unfortunately, the Coyotes aren't going to make it this year. Mathematically, still got a chance.
There's still a
chance. By the way,
chance.
did you see there was I can't see the chat, but there was a David. I think it was David. David's from Anaheim fan.
Mm-hmm.
We do there's David, and we do the conspiracy theory about the Chicago Blackhawks losing Kane and Taves and then getting the number 1 pick.
Mm-hmm.
What about Getzlaf and Perry? And that's a team that wins a Stanley Cup. They were an outstanding team for all those years. Niedermeyer, Pronger, they're all gone. This Macklin, Celebrini, and Anaheim Duck. We haven't put that spin on yet. I could actually see that. I can see that. I do not see that there's any way in hell. I'm not even sure. Here's my tinfoil hat. I'm not even sure the Arizona Coyotes ping pong ball makes it into the bucket. I have a feeling when they're loading them up, somebody's pulling it away, and there is no way it's going to end up here in Arizona. Tinfoil hat.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, we'll keep the positive vibes going, and I'm gonna give the floor to Danielle because
it's Danielle's time.
Danielle had the chance to shoot her first ever NHL games. Danielle, take it away.
Today was my first ever NHL game. I had been to games before, but I've never shot one. And
first time at the Mullett too.
First time at the Mullett, and I got to tell you, pretty awesome. So
if you're listening, Danielle's going through photos that she.
Yeah, if you're listening on audio, this is not ideal. But yeah, so I got to shoot. I had to shoot through the glass, which was interesting, but that was fun. These
are unbelievable.
Super exciting.
These are unbelievable.
I came up.
That's a great picture.
After the first intermission, and I found you guys. And I was like, is hockey my favorite sport now?
We've done it, everyone. We've converted
I think you did
Danielle.
it. I think you converted me. I think I am a noted big hockey guy now.
Hell yeah. Oh my God, these are unbelievable.
That's a great picture.
Wow.
Yeah, this was so much fun.
Wow. The O'Brien one, that looking at the ref,
yeah.
He might eat him for dinner. He looks
Bjugstad with his tongue out.
Okay, I'm going to preface this next one. This is my favorite one.
Okay.
I saved this one for last because this is my favorite one.
Is this John Leonard?
It is John Leonard.
That's a really good. You should send that to him. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, that's a great
picture.
That's
unreal.
Yeah, so
we need to get Danielle to more
It was
games.
so much fun being there. Atmosphere was unreal. Really could have lived without country night, but you know what? That's neither here nor there.
We actually have stuff to say about that in a moment.
It was so much fun. I cannot wrap my mind around how much fun it was.
I'm so glad you got to do that. Danielle is such a talented photographer. If you didn't know that, it's true. Has shot D-backs, Cardinals, all sorts of stuff, and now hockey.
Yeah, pretty much every photo for the Cardinals podcast.
Yes.
Cardinals Game Day podcast is for me.
I would also never know that was your first time shooting hockey because those photos were so amazing and professional. So every photo I shoot in a hockey ring on my phone looks so bad. The lighting is so
the lighting isn't great at the Mullett, but it was still so. I'm sounding like a broken record, but I had that was one of the most fun times I've ever had.
Oh my God, that makes me so happy. See, there's some positives from a 4-2 loss tonight.
Here's what I say about hockey. And this is to all sports fans. If you get an opportunity to see a hockey game live, you're hooked. If you get a chance to see a hockey game live from the glass, it's over. It's over. There's nothing
so
like
fast,
that.
And they're so big. It's
the
incredible.
Speed of that game you do not understand until you get close enough to the glass.
The athleticism of hockey players is unbelievable.
There you go.
Roaring Fork said, "Where's Keller with his mouth guard hanging out?" We'll make that the focus for Danielle on the next assignment.
Which might be the next game.
If Doan's going, we might gotta go. We might gotta go again. Paul, I actually know Kate. Paul said Kate is a photographer for the Roadrunners. I know Kate. I used to work for the Roadrunners back in the day. Petey, I know you had something to say about country night.
Okay.
Here we go. Petey,
so help me out. When you do a theme night, as easy as country night. And a lot of theme nights are built around the giveaway. Star Wars nights, it's usually one of their players in a Star Wars get up and a funny little name, like Obi-Wan Keller or something. I don't know. And you get it. And they'll have some snippets of Star Wars stuff on the screen. All the snow sweepers will be dressed as Star Wars. Get it. Country nights, you know how easy country night is? Like just as a concept. Can we agree on that?
Mm-hmm.
Country night is easy. Country night is easy. So all the people that were in the aisles cheering, the cheerleaders and dance team, cowboy hats, easy, right? The sweepers, cowboy hats, money, nailed it. The one thing you need to do, Coyotes, is when you have the meeting on a specific night, make sure you pass that on to the DJ. Make sure the DJ knows that it's country night because it's easy. Do you know how many country songs there are? A lot. There's a lot of. My dad used to listen to Hank Williams Sr. Buddy, there's 100 years of country music. Easy. You can fill a 60-minute hockey game that has 50 face-offs with country music. Totally easy. Pantera, not country music. They're not. Sorry, we don't like a little Pantera in the middle of a hockey game. Jimmy Eat World, not known for their country music. Love them. Drake, not country music. So if you're gonna have country night, it's country night. Period. It's country night. Your DJ playlist is country night. Period. I don't know how else to explain that. It's country night. It's one night. It's country. 80s night. You play 80s all night. Why is country night got Pantera in it? I blew my mind. We kept looking at each other going, isn't this country night? Like one every 5 songs.
PR guy.
The PR guy. Once every 5 songs was a country song. Like, buddy, lean into it. If you're going to do it, if you're good. So then I said, what's the point? 3 people wear cowboy hats. It's country night. I don't get it. That the point of country night is play country music. That's it. Sorry, just include the DJ in the next country night meeting. That's all. Include them.
So funny. Oh my God. We love a Petey rant. We really do. There we go. Petey side of it.
It was true. I'm just I love a little rock and roll, but it's country night. Like it's going to Nashville. When I travel with the team, you'd go to Nashville. Guess what you listen to? Country music. We would listen to it on the bus on the way to the rink. You'd have country. It was just country because you're in Nashville. It's just part of the thing. Country needs the country music. Are we on agreement? 3 of us?
I'm fine with it the way that it was. I'm fine to keeping it at a minimum.
Okay.
Oh boy. All right. Couple other things before we wrap up. First of all, there's some great videos up on our Twitter account right now at PHNX_Coyotes. Cam Crotty talking about his NHL debut, but Craig said after his post-game interview ended, Cam Crotty shook reporters' hands and thanked them for the interview. There's so many little moments in sports to love.
Oh, that's really cool.
That's a really cool nugget.
I'm happy for him.
Yeah, me too.
He got drafted in 2017. He's been around for a while, and to get an opportunity to play in the National Hockey League, good for him. Congratulations. That's a really good moment. So check it out. Yeah, on Country Night. So check it out. Check out those videos. They're up already?
Yeah, on our Twitter at PHNX_Coyotes. Shout out to our intern Raz.
Raz.
All right. Well, let's round things out by taking a look at the punch card. We are just 1 punch away from finishing the second to last line, and this line officially becomes a 4-4 record. Will it be a 5-4 or a 4-5? We will find out on Tuesday. But that's the punch card. We've been hearing a lot of 3 + 3 = 7 tonight.
Yes.
But let me tell you this. You plus a Desert Financial checking account equals $200.
It's approaching midnight.
I think we should be saying that. I mean,
yeah, that's fine.
That's money right there. You don't have to depend on an over or an under. You just get money.
Just get it.
Just for opening a Desert Financial Credit Union checking account. If you're a Sun Devils fan, a Cardinals fan, you can get a personalized debit card. If you're looking for a bank for a checking account, a savings account, mortgages, loans, credit cards, investment options, and more, Desert Financial Credit Union has been around for more than 84 years. Craig banks there, and if it's good enough for Craig, it's probably too good for you, as we like to say. And when you open a free checking account online, again, get $200 in bonuses. Get started by visiting desertfinancial.com/200.
And then you got to go over to Game Time tickets. If you need last-minute tickets for anything, because guess what? Baseball season starting 4 days. You want to go watch the Diamondbacks play? Go to Game Time. Suns, playoff push, Game Time. And if you want to enjoy country night like the Arizona Coyotes, Offset is coming. Big Daddy Kane is headed to Gila River Resorts. So check out Big Daddy Kane as part of country night. The Black Crows are coming to celebrate country night for the Coyotes. So make sure you jump in and get a piece of that. So is Alpha Wolf and Sloth Rust. I'm sure they're big country artists as well. So enjoy them. But make sure you get your tickets at Game Time. because nobody is better at Game Time for last-minute ticket deals. It's the fastest-growing ticketing app in the country for a reason. Snag the tickets without the stress of at Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use the code PHNX for $20 off your first purchase. I did it. If I can do it, you can do it. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code PHNX for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
Just got confirmed the Coyotes will not practice tomorrow.
Are you kidding? No walking and talking tomorrow?
I promise everyone we're trying. Rowan Quark said Josh Doan, first person to play for ASU, Tucson, and Arizona. Really cool.
Oh, wow.
Arizona's very own. We got to break out the Josh Doan shirts.
Yeah, I'm going to wear it. I will wear my Josh Doan shirt.
PHNXLocker.com. There are Josh Doan shirts available for sale
in
right
the
now.
ASU store today.
Right now.
In his ASU sweater.
PHNXLocker.com.
I will wear it on the next, on that show. Not now.
Yeah. Because I'm breaking mine out of my closet this week. Can't wait. Any final thoughts before we wrap up?
You know what? I think for Coyotes fans, this is kind of what you want to expect down the stretch. You want to be competitive. You want to stay in close games against really good hockey teams. You want to get an opportunity to see the Coyotes play against some of the best teams in the league, keeping it close. And you want to see the development of players like Michael Kesselring and Gunther and Cooley. And I think we saw that again today. So unfortunately for AJ, this was not a win for this team. but for me, I'm counting it as a win. It was a good game. They kept it close. And this is kind of the way it's going to be for the next 11.
Exactly. And I'll take a close competitive game and a loss and the Senators in Montreal winning. Honestly, a pretty good night overall.
Yes, Chad, Josh Doan grew up here, played all of his minor hockey here as a little kid growing up, played with Matty Nyes, might have heard of him. They played together on the Junior Coyotes, or not the Junior Coyotes, the Coyotes program. I don't know what you call it. Sorry, Mike DeAndros, I blew that. The Ice Down Scottsdale, they all played. But yes, he is an Arizona kid. And so good for
awesome
him.
Stuff.
I can't wait.
I feel like that just changed the tide.
It's
and also
story of the week.
Story of the week, absolutely. And just again, thank you to Four Peaks for hosting us today. Thank you to Sean is amazing. Our server was phenomenal. Thank you so much to our Diehards for coming out, for people coming near and far. It was so great to see and meet all of you. And we can't wait to hopefully meet more of you in the future.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Because that's honestly, it's the best part of what we do. And it's so great to meet other Coyotes fans.
Chris,
there are more than 4 of them.
Don't say what Chris said.
We're not talking about that today. There are more than 4 Coyotes fans. So
there are more than 4.
I'll finish with that. Everybody, thanks so much for watching, for listening. Hit the like button if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening on audio, be sure to leave us a 5-star review. We'll have an audio only show dropping early in the week, so we'll keep your eye out for that. And make sure you subscribe to the PHNX Sports YouTube channel so you don't miss when we go live and you don't miss all of our extra content like walking and talking whenever it happens eventually. But in the meantime, you can follow us on Twitter at SPetersHockey, at Leah Merrill, at Danielle. Are you going to tweet some of those photos?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. At Danielle. It's spelled like how it sounds. Danielle. And you can follow the show on Twitter at PHNX_Coyotes. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night, everybody, and we will see you all tomorrow at 2 p.m.
We all silly like the mayor.